stuff is just basically a review. This whole week, we're looking at greatest common factor. So, we're looking at the prime factorization of each. Do not use exponents. So 16, I'm going to break it down. Two numbers that multiply 16, and it is what? 2 times 8. 2 is already a prime, so I cannot break that one down. 4 and 2. And then 2 and 2. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Right? So the thing is, we should only have prime numbers. Remember, prime numbers are those numbers that its only factors are 1 and itself. And we're multiplying those out. Looking at question number 2, 30. Give me any two numbers that multiply equals 30.
6 and 5, 3 times 6.
So I heard 5 and 6 first. 5 is already prime. What about 6? 3 times 2. So we're just going to write 2 times 3 times 5. And again, I'm only looking at the numbers I was not able to break down anymore. Like the 6, we broke it up, so I don't include the 6. Alright, so this is what? 8 questions?
Yeah.
Any questions on the first 8? Yeah. 5. Let's take a look at number 5. Give me any two numbers that multiplied equals 20.
5 and 4.
5 and 4. 5 is already prime, but 4 is not.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. So we're going to write this as 2 times 2 times 5. Right. Any other questions for the first 8? Let's take a look at question number 9. There's two ways on how we do this. We're looking for the greatest common factor of each. That's what GCF stands for. Greatest common factor. Greatest, we know it's greatest, the biggest. Common, that it's in both, and it's a factor. So the biggest factor that's in both. Two ways on how to do this. First thing, list all the factors of 28. I'm going to go 1 times 28, 2 times 14, 4 times 7, and that's it. Right? Those are all the factors of 28. For 20, I'm going to go 1 times 20, 2 times 10, and 4 times 5. And those are all the factors of 20. So the greatest common factor says, which was the biggest number that is in both lists? 4. And it's the biggest number that's in both. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is to break it down in prime factorization. So 28, prime factorization is 2 times 2 times 7. 20, prime factorization is 2 times 2 times 5. I look at what they have in common. If they have more than one prime in common, multiply them out, 2 times 2, and that gives you your greatest common factor, which happens to be 4. So once again, we can write the list down and see which is the biggest number in both, or we can write the prime factorization of each, circle what they have in common, and then if they have more than one number, multiply those out for prime factorization. Let's take a look at question number 10. Number 30, the factors of 30 are 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, and 5 times 6. Factors of 20 are, I'm just going to write 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. It's not that I know them in memory, it's just that we just did them in the question before. So that's how I knew those were the factors of 20. So which was the biggest number that is in both lists? Okay. If I was to do the prime factorization of 30, that is 2 times 3 times 5 5 factorization of 40 is 2 times 2 times 5. They both share a 2. They both share a 5. Multiply those out, and your greatest common factor is 10. So either or, you get the same thing. Write down the list, or write down your prime factorization. I don't care which one you guys do. Gives you the same thing. I do both, but you should only be able to do one. Alright. Any questions? 11? Take a look at number 11. Now the question to you, do you prefer the list or do you prefer the prime factorization? Doesn't matter. Choose one. The list? Alright. So we're going to go 1 times 27, 3 times 9, and that's it. For 36, I'm going to go 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. Now, which was the biggest number that is in both lists? 9. Alright, any other questions? If you guys can do it with 2 numbers, you should be able to do it with 3 as well. What I mean with that is, let me skip down to question number 25. Right, there's 3 now. Do it the same way. I want to do the list, because that's what we did on the last one. 48, the factors of that one are 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, and then 6 times 8. The factors of 28 are 1 times 28, 2 times 14, and 4 times 7. And the factors of 32 are 1 times 32, 2 times 16, 4 times 8, and that's it. Which is the biggest number that is in all 3 lists? 4. 4. So just because it's 3 numbers, not 2, the rules don't change. Right? Common is an all factor, so the greatest common factor. Any questions? Yes.
Number
15? Alright, let's take a look at 15. My question to you, do you want the list or you want prime factorization? The list? Alright, 18, I'm going to go 1 times 18, 2 times 9, and 3 times 6. For 30, I'm going to go 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and 5 times 6. Now my question to you guys is, which was the biggest number in both lists? 6. 6. Number greatest common factor is basically which was the biggest number that goes into both. That's what it is. Greatest common factor. Any other questions? Let me take roll really quick.